feel like has just had one of the more unique styles this tournament. Banking off the Zoo, banking off the lane shove, Outworld Devourer. Who else is playing the mid heroes at 9 is playing at this event? Nobody else. I'll answer for you. This is a team that really wants to keep that momentum going and not have people kind of break that strategy and make them second guess, hey, are these things as strong as we think? Because like I always said, right now, they're just playing what feels good.
I was telling Bruno backstage, I was like, I feel like this game, this series could be just like just a stomp of a 2-0. I don't know which side it's going to be, but I feel like it's definitely two different ideas matching up against each other, and somebody's going to walk away right, and somebody is going to be a little lost mid-series and figuring out what to do.
Definitely possible. This is a make or break situation, and Puppy, the all-time experienced captain, he has made or broken a lot of teams. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go that way. That said, early laning phase, another situation where you have to play versus Tundra offlane, one of the most annoying offlanes in the game. You're always pulling waves, always disrupting the equilibrium. Yeah. Never seems like you get that 2v2, so Puppy's already doing a little shenanigans with Soxa down here, chasing him down, trying to meet the waves. Of course, this will give solo XP to the other two, but Soxa does not want to run through mid.
And this is kind of what Puppy was talking about when he was saying that they're just kind of like, I like to refer to Tundra, I'm not sure if I would call them dirty cheaters, but I would say dirty and nerdy. That's the combo that I think of when I'm like, what is Tundra? What makes them dirty and nerdy, man? These guys are the guys who break down the game to a science. They know every little mechanical interaction. They know every little dirty thing you can do in lane in order to swing a bad matchup, and you're seeing it right here. And Secret, they also know that, and they have come up with a plan to be able to deal with that. Puppy's trying to, you know, as you said, meet the pulls together.
I mean, you can call it dirty and nerdy. I don't know. If you're in top 3, I call it just good Dota.
Yeah, that's good.
Figure out the mechanics, abuse them better than your opponent. It's one of these things that these guys do the best. Meanwhile, Secret, they're going to have to play with that double melee offlane. So Skeeter is going to have a really good early game. Like, he is going to have very nice timings on his Naga. He's playing into Mag. You have to keep in mind this Tundra lineup, they have a couple save mechanics built in versus the big AoE teamfight that Secret's trying to push down later, right? You have to sleep to counter-initiate. You have the Astrals to counter-initiate. It's a lot of time you can waste for this BKB duration that at some point Crystallis might end up going here and trying to take the Roche fights with, already queuing up Maelstrom. So the more you can deal with the lanes for your supports, the better off Secret's going to feel in this game.
I also feel like the damage on Secret isn't like the fastest in the world. You know, like I could see a very real scenario where Crystallis, maybe give it a first blood, not quite. Yeah. But just the damage could just be a little bit slow. There goes that save, there goes the song, and you're gonna reset.
Like Secret, when they choose a target in this game and they choose to go on it, you have to commit, and you have to commit hard. And you also have to get out of these lanes. Like, we've seen this Brood just destroy some of these side lanes. 33 is having a pretty good time. He has not had to invest a huge amount in regen. Normally, these super early waves is where Brood can struggle, especially in these core matchups like Monkey that tend to abuse him.
Oh, 9!
It's got a Fairy Fire.
Just as we showed the stat there of how successful OD has been at TI, and specifically, there it is, the 9 OD. The only other team to try out this hero was Team Spirit, who ran it in the offlane with Collapse. Didn't quite work out for them. It is interesting, though. It's the first time they're going to be playing Dire side OT. Wonder how much that changes.
Quick TP mid.
Yeah, an early rotation that's going to catch 9, perhaps. Oh, no, he ended up on the wrong side of the cliff. 9. I don't know if that was intentional or what. Maybe it was just good old-fashioned luck, but close enough to the cliff there that it puts Science on the wrong side.
Nice little move. He'll sure it up. Still at Fairy Fire. I'm not sure he goes down. There's just not a huge amount of mana in the tank for Nisha there either way, but I think they're happy to get out of this lane in a pretty good position. Snaking, losing his courier. Not going to be too happy about that one.
Oh, even worse. Our Ember Spirit did not actually get a chance to refill his bottle, so talking about being low on mana, it only gets worse. It looks like Snake King, it's just gonna fall. Resolution. It's way too hard with the 2-2-0 build he's got going on.
Yeah, this is the buff to Shockwave, right? This Mag hero is pretty strong on lane. Like, he's just chilling here with the ring. Downside of Mirana Naga is you can't pressure super early. So Rezo is just having the time of his life up here. Even CS with Skeeter, first blood gold on top. Even more unstoppable. And him having a good game is really nice because he has the most flexible item choices to some degree. He can go more early utility. If he can go the Vanguard, Arcane Boots, Mech, some of these early items can help them skirmish, accelerate the tempo. And at the same time, he's going to scale his other 2 cores.
He steps a little bit too far forward. Crystal's going to come in, trying to help his buddy out here, but it's not going to be enough. Too much damage from 33 and Soxa. as I believe Puppy thought he was doing a little bit of pulling. 33 is going to take some damage in return. He can jump into the trees and make a go for it. As you can see, Soxa was even trying to cut down trees to make sure Chrysalis gets caught. But ultimately, feels like just pushing the Broodmother out of lane is good enough for him.
And honestly, giving Monkey some solo XP might not be the worst. I don't think Puppy wanted to stay down here too much longer.
That was a close call. You see that? Nine tried to stop Nisha from being able to pass over the bottle over to the Disruptor. But it did go off, and he did get that refill.
Every little thing on the main stage adds up. Puppy's lingering around here, maybe trying to secure the vision for this 6-minute rune. They would really like it to go the Ember's way. Since this OD, of course, not one of the bottle mids. So this gives an opening for Nisha to really get these 6-8-minute runes power up on the map. If it's haste or double damage, he's going to be in heaven.
And he's got 3 mangoes in the bank right now, and he just needs 1 creep to die, and he'll have level 6. And that's where that kill power from the OD, especially as he's been ramping up all those imprisonments. So this is a dangerous situation.
There's 3
Sox is going to cut over that 1 creep. It's going to die right now. He's going to get his level 6. Now they've got the ultimate to drop it if they want to, and there it goes. They kill the Ember Spirit. Now look to be able to chase down Puppy as well. Puppy, with a spiteful last breath, kills the Arcane Rune before he does die. But a successful rotation by Tundra, picking up 2.
Contesting that 6-minute rune, getting the level advantage on OD. Those little lane things matter. And 9 will drop that first hammer, cement this fate. No rune for Nisha. That was one he really would have wanted. We can also see like some of this minor synergy. You're gonna have to care about the Astrals a lot more in this game because every Astral means a free arrow for Snake. In the fights and the skirmishes in the river, we didn't really talk about this OD Potom combo, but it's a classic for a reason. Uh-oh, Chrysalis. He go a little bit too far forward here. He's trying to get the Jingu stacks up and then be able to swap over, hit the big swing that gets him back up to full, and it's 33 who thought they could challenge the Monkey King. Step to the king, Avery, you best not miss. Damn straight. That almost pushed him to level 6, so Stahl is having a pretty good time down here in this bottom lane. Like, he is really taking it to the Brood, which is exactly what you want to do. You need to slow down this Brood's level 6 timing as much as possible, because that's when he can start to ignore your core matchup, get into the jungle, cut waves, accelerate the farm, get into that Wraith Pack pipe or whatever utility he wants to go. That's what unlocks Tundra's 5-man team fight. If all of that gets slowed down because your Monkey King is killing the Brood early, it means your time to get to this Mag and power ramps up considerably. So Secret, I feel like they're having a pretty good time on lanes here. I mean, this is probably in the upper band of what you would expect or hope for, especially from a Mag lineup. Talking of that Mag, when you talking about, okay, more time for the Empower to kick in for the Monkey King and the Ember Spirit, do you think that also means that they feel very comfortable going like pretty far into the late game against the Naga Siren because they have these big steroids coming in? Oh, bottom lane, 33. He's going to be kept in place. Not long enough, though, for the Monkey King to get those stacks. I mean, I think you're always confident going late game with a triple melee core Mag lineup. But like we said, Tundra does have some of the safe utility to play around with it. Nisha tossed over, jumps over to his Remnant. Did have enough mana for that one. That's a PD. They can skirmish around mid. Yeah. There's a lot of Dust is coming in. Max Slight. It's dangerous, though. The imprisonment, the self-save underneath tower. They get one last hit. Ooh. He's going to go for it, Nisha. He wants his kill. 1 second for Slight. Is he far enough away? He's out of range. And now they've got the toss up in the air. Oh, into the snowball pickup. Dodges the arrow nicely. They are going to be able to get another round Slight. Look at 9. He's creeping in on the side. He's going to come in at the last second to be able to bail out Soxa and get the kill on Isaias. Tundra bringing the numbers again to shut down this Ember's momentum. That's a huge rune. We can see the damage coming through. And of course, the whole time that flies out, 9 gets to complete his Midas. Already proccing it. This is the build he is favored on this hero the whole tournament. Midas into that Axe Rush. This is going to be extra attack speed and extra item progression for him.
Here comes that arrow. Ooh, hit the range creep first.
And both teams really trying to play around these mids.
Oh, goodness. Look at that stack. Rezo is going to be huge. No stacks on the side of Tundra, so this is going to be, they're already up a bit in net worth. That'll continue with stacks like these.
And 33 just has to walk out of base here. He's choosing to save his TP. I guess they're going to send him mid. He's tired of going against this Monkey Disruptor kill combo. At the same time, he can't really go against Mag. I don't think he feels great just sitting up there potentially feeding Spiders playing into Vanguard. 33 a little lost this early game. This has been one of the rougher starts for him. I feel like I've seen all tournament.
Yeah,
he's jungling with Insatiable. This is not the route of progression you want for your offlane Brood here. He's trying to get to level 6.
No, you're supposed to get, you're supposed to get 6 in lane, and then, you know, you just are able to, even if your lane is hard, you could still jungle so much faster. The fact he has to do it at level 5. Ugh. That's going to feel terrible for him.
It also pushes Soxa more towards these mid skirmishes, which again, we're seeing 10-minute rune.
Holding
Might
in
be in a
place.
bit of trouble. Depends how much Secret commits.
Snowball afterwards should be able to keep him in place. The arrow sneaks in from the side. Oh, actually tosses over Zayats at the last second.
Hello.
Tries to block him off, but is going to be caught by the imprisonment. Probably surrounded here. I don't think Secret can do too much to stop this one. Indeed does fall 9 with a killing spree already.
I mean, Secret's got to be happy about both their side laners just getting full farm and solo XP, though. Like, sure, you're winning some of these mid skirmishes a little bit. You're contesting the runes. Ember, he's getting his economy drained a bit. He has some power to catch up. Rezo and Crystallis just having a free-for-all in the first 10 minutes here. I mean, like you said, they are going to be big.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Rezo, I feel like he's had 2 different modes this TI, one of which has been like this carry style offlaner who he just is like picking up second most net worth on Team Secret, is just absolutely destroying in the mid to late game. The other mode is where he's just running around with Zayats nonstop. They're just constantly looking for kills. It's definitely going to be the former one, where Rezo's just going to take a lot more time farming in this game.
I mean, he can play carry mag to a degree. He did opt for the Vanguard, will go Blink. I mean, it's a tri-carry lineup. They're fine going moderately late here, no matter what. And quick smoke from Secret, trying to activate the Strengthless Magnus with the catapult. Push this Tiny out of here. They don't want to let Tundra just sit up here and leech XP, especially when nobody can defend this tower on their own.
Yeah. If they successfully kill this Tiny cleanly, they can go ahead and take the tower. Get a decent bit of map control, especially since Chrysalis is still able to hold his safe lane, no problem. Tundra just really hasn't been able to activate around that.
Yeah, I mean, you have to double man smoke yourself, which is exactly what Tundra is doing.
Found him. Caught him in. Shards, Shockwave, and Soxa. Well, all you can really do is delay the inevitable at this point in time. There is going to be the rotation to bottom, so now we are seeing that activation to the other side of the map. Question is...
Crystallis should read this, though, right?
Yeah.
You know no one's defending top. This Naga's sending illusions mid.
It's so greedy to try and hold your safe lane tower like that one. The arrow's going to come around, but he was already on the trees. An interesting interaction where midway through the air, he got hit by the imprisonment, but managed to land on the trees anyway, and the arrow was off the mark as a result.
I mean, what is an astral prison to a king, Cap?
That's true.
He does not care about your physics. And that's a huge gank dodge, because that kill is the kill that's going to convert on this tier 1, right? Now, he can stay down here. He can play in the trees. Secret can have teleports up to take the fight if they want to. Especially with Ember, the mobility on the map. Secret's invading your jungle. This lead can build a decent amount here in the next minutes if Secret make like one more good move. Meanwhile, Puppy's just been soaking the levels mid. I mean, he's 6.5 with Arcane Boots. He is farming up a storm, as Puppy likes to do.
That is true. He's had a very long career, and most of it has been playing sort of a greedier style 5 position. Because he's still, like, you know, we talk about, like, the captains, the old dogs who play 5 positions still. And there's so much talk about, like, oh, well, the strategy and drafting they do. But Puppy, when it just comes down to the play, he's still got it, man. He is still one of the best 5 positions from a mechanical perspective.
Oh, absolutely. He's also one of the best at killing creeps.
Well, that's a mechanic of sorts. Invis, Moonlight Shadow, they're going to be able to set up the toss into arrow combination that catches Nisha looking around in that dire jungle. Tundra reclaimed that bit of real estate, while they're also simultaneously taking the mid tower. Maybe not right now, but the Spiders, they'll eventually do their duty and bring it down. So
this is the downside of Secret support duo. They do not deal with the Broodlings. So 33 can have his way in terms of cutting waves, pressuring buildings, forcing Secret cores to split up. And that's where those moves from Tundra with Moonlight Shadow or the vision they have on the map from Naga makes it a lot easier for those to work.
yeah.
This is where Secret have to choose how they play the map, and they have to choose it carefully. If they have more anchor points like this Monkey or Mag they feel are strong, the other ones just group up.
Blink reveal, skewer back, small little distance. They do hit a nice combo onto Zayats here, but they might be able to catch both here with a beautiful static storm. The chains on top, Snake King's gonna get run down. Soxa does get bailed out though by 9, and that OD hits pretty hard. They don't want to play around him. They want to finish off that support. They do claim it. 33, he was kind of hovering around here, isn't able to do much considering the lack of farm that he has. Doesn't really have an item to play with just yet, which is going to be that Wraith Pack build.
Does end up claiming that tier 1 mid with the Broodlings on the back end.
That's nice.
And steals the rune from Nisha, so getting a little extra damage in. Of course, that was the Mag Blink reveal. Maybe not the best target Secret wanted there. They would have really liked to just RP this OD and take the fight without that save. That's going to be a big consideration as well, right? When Rezo blinks in, you have to keep track of the Astrals. You have to keep track of this Naga song. Because you get turned around on all of a sudden, maybe your static storm is gone, maybe you expended some remnants in that RP. Fight's looking a little worse, right?
Yeah.
Wukong as well. There's a lot of static spells that Secret can drop in these team fights. It gets reset. You have to rethink matters a lot. So when Rezo wants to fight, kind of the big key here.
Zayat, ooh, nice sidestep there. Instantly read where a ward was going to be, and he actually picks up the last hit before Snake King can get the deny.
Secret baiting this bottom. Rezo pre-TPing. Stalls might get aggressive here. He has Maelstrom online already.
Hit him with the stun first, follow-up snowball, just 100 to 0, nice and easy. And now Tundra, this little push that they were looking for, it's immediately denied.
Secret is doing a very nice job of holding their map. They're not building a huge advantage, but it's hard to do versus Naga Brood, who are just going to excavate the lanes no matter what.
Yeah.
The one advantage they're building is some of this XP, right? You look at Rezo, he's level 12. Compare this to some of the Tundra cores. Skeeter just got 10. The Brood was suffering for a while, still only 9.5. So Secret does have a decent level advantage here, especially on their Monkey and on their Magnus. And here's another smoke, looking to use the Magnus' strength right now. Convert it into some map control.
Yeah, they've cleared out that bottom right-hand side of the map. Now they're going to sweep through the map and try and catch somebody at the very opposite ends. The problem is this Naga Siren's pushing in so aggressively. It's no heroes are showing on the map. Tundra's just playing safe.
This is going to be the name of the game. Like, if you can get these smokes to land, they're crazy valuable, but good luck, right? How are you ever going to catch anything in this map when Tundra can always just force you to show? Now you showed Rezo back on his own. Here's the setup.
Present into arrow, staking perfectly on point there, and before the mag even wakes up from that stun, he is dead. Also look for that, we've got a Blink Dagger Tiny now on the loose for the side of Tundra, so this just increases the kill power when they do split Secret up, when they do force them to show on these side lanes. This individual kill power of Tiny and Mirana, or the OD Mirana, whatever it is, it's going to be scary, especially for Chrysalis, who keeps on trying to hold this safe lane and doing so successfully. Honestly, I mean, he is known as a Monkey King expert, and he's showing why. The fact that he's been so wily, staying away from Tundra this entire time.
Have to tank the smoke.
But the Coyote might have just finally... Oh, that rotation was close. Chrysalis, once again, hypes away to the trees.
Like you said, Blink Tiny here. Can also blink and eat his tree. That boundless.
Catch Snake King, thinking about the Wukong's man. Now this is a little bit of a stretch. Chrysalis really trying hard for this one. The rest of his team not quite there. Snake King is going to be caught, no leaps in hand. And they do get the glimpse backwards here with a snowball on top of that one. 2 pickups. Very valuable for Secret. Those are 2 big killers on the map. So now Secret, they could split up probably pretty aggressively here and try and push in the waves.
That was the one spot Secret wanted to bring everybody because it's where all their vision is. They don't have much vision on any of this top portion where Skeeter has just been constantly pushing his lane, stealing triangle farm. 33's in their jungle, scouting out with broodlings. The vision is always going to be a constant battle for Secret, so they really have to maximize what they get out of it. And that just means bringing the numbers. Every time you bring the numbers, if Tundra get out without losses, they're super happy. They lose a couple heroes there, it means you're probably losing an objective. Secret get the most out of that play, and it's going to push this Monkey King up to BKB, 200 gold. It's a very big item for him. It means he can commit in the fight. Your Astrals don't control him as much anymore. Can't just arrow him.
It's also great for split pushing, right? Like,
yep.
He can deal with the split pushing because now if he gets imprisonment, okay, I'm just going to pop BKB if they try and arrow me. So
every item that helps him stay out on the map independently is going to be amazing for Secret here. This is going to be Ags done on Outworld Devour, I believe. So this is a big power spike for Tundra. They also have Orchid on this Naga. You're not ready. If you get Orchided out on one of these cores, Nisha is not close to BKB. He's still 1,000 off. Tundra really want a big core kill into Roshan here.
Oh yeah, getting a pick off on Nisha would definitely be the most amazing opportunity for Tundra.
But look at Secret group though.
Yeah, the Spider crawling all over the map. This is one of the advantages of the Brood Mother. You feed away a little bit of gold and experience, but what you gain out of it, the vision, what you see, that information is very much worth the exchange.
Sometimes what you don't see, that scan clipped them on Roche, so Secret thinks they're roaching right now, and nobody's home.
Yep, it's gonna break. Snake King, is he gonna be able to leap away successfully in time? All 3 leap charges used to get out of town. Resolution not going to be able to find that opening with Blink Dagger. So
Secret's going to think about this tier 1 mid, and they're also going to think about Roche here. Remember, their Roche teamfight is absolutely insane, as long as you don't get Song.
that is a very good point. They've got all this good AoE, like area control team fight between the Static Storm and the RPs, the Wukong's command, but it all goes away if you get songed at the wrong time.
But I feel like you man up for it here if you have the Ember BKB. Yeah, if they're 200 off this, might be why they're hesitating a little. I think if you had that BKB plus the Monkey BKB, that contest is just not there for Tundra. You just BKB up near the end of Roche, forgo any type of song contest, and you're super happy committing for this objective. Nisha's gonna go bottom, try and deal with this split push, which is always gonna be a nuisance. Deny? He'll take it as well. Very nicely played, but does he get out? Moran ults. Oh, here it comes. Orchid as well. He has an illusion root, so they know about this. They can't just Orchid him straight up. They've got to be able to find a way for him to be able to pop that and then catch him afterwards. But Nisha, he held and held and held. He's like, I'm not popping this. I bet the only reason he went to that bottom lane was because of that power root. Definitely that deep, yeah. He would have been out of there way sooner. Yeah. Now that saves his life from the shadows, quite literally. And that'll push him to his BKB. I think Secret is now a lot more confident to force Roshan, and as we see, straight into the pit. They have max tag team out on this Tuskar, so this is going to drop pretty fast. Tundra do have an option to contest here. Remember, they have pretty much everything up, and they have this Ray Pact on Brood. But it's going to be a little too hard to push this middle lane. That'll be an objective for Secret, and a big one. Wow. I'm very surprised they're giving this up with the Naga Siren on their team. But at the same time, if they contested and lost, I feel like that would be the beginning of a Secret would just take a huge lead at that point in time, right? You would get map control. Yeah, absolutely disaster. Yeah, I just think it's not even a favorable fight for them right now. Fair. Like at the point where both those cores get BKB off, now you have to fight into Wukong, you have to fight into an RP. Rezo can stay super far back. He went 4-staff blink, so his catch range and initiation range went up a lot. This 4-staff can also help save people from an arrow combo, right? As long as they're facing the right way, force them a little deeper, it forces Tundra to commit with you. That sets up for your AoE turnaround a lot. This is the part where I feel like Secret's a lot stronger as long as they can connect, and smoke out of the pit. Connects. Cut across the map. Does manage to get the Tiny here. 3-man Avalanche is going to buy him a bit more time. Actually gets the other side of the shards there. It's going to be the snowball that chases him down. So they're only going to get the one, which Tundra is probably accepting of a smoke for a forward position. Not too bad. They'll take it. You do have to think about how much of the map you're giving up here. That's true. Again, your Naga and Brood can like split push these lanes out, but you're losing on the XP advantage every time you make this trade. And at some point you have to win that fight. And the more of those you give up, the harder that XP hill is to climb. I'm serious, look at these levels. You have a level 11, level 12 cores compared to level 14 or 15. It's already a significant gap. That means another level of talents, some more goal on the map. Do you feel like that's something that is more valuable than it has been in previous patches? Because nice catch there. Just found him. What a beautiful skewer. Saksa was looking for a toss back there, couldn't quite get it, and looks like they're just going to be maybe. No, maybe not. Nine walking out of the Wukong's command. He gets glimpsed back though, and now he dies. Now they actually get the slight chains onto 33 as well with the double BKB pop and the Static Storm on top of that. That one's going to be 2 cores dead on the side of Tundra. Nisha. With the last remnant, it's a BKB hunting for even more heroes, but Saksa said, you wanted me? I jumps in, doesn't quite finish him off. The snowball save gets him away. A skewer back almost catches Snake King, but he managed to leap out. The glimpse doesn't pull him back far enough either, so Saksa daring to dive in like that was a bold move. Almost got the kill on Science, but instead ends in his own feudal. More advantage going Secret's way in these 5-on-5s. Just doesn't feel like Tundra can take the full mana fight. Of course, Odie getting caught is worst case scenario, right? Anytime they can displace him, take the fight around the fact that Odie has to Astral himself, they're going to be super happy to do so. And of course, that glimpse. You got to think about it here. Like, this is a very powerful tool in this game to just keep Tundra heroes where Secret wants them. You can save your buddy, but what happens after the saves are gone? Yeah. I mean, it's such a great, like, win more kind of spell, right? Yep. They win this initial part of the engagement where they get 9 out of the way. And once it's forced, Tundra is like, we can't fight back, we have to retreat. That glimpse becomes probably one of the best support tools in the game. And I really like how Secret's itemized this game. Like, they are not being too greedy on a lot of their heroes. Rezo went the Vanguard 4-staff so he can bail somebody out. Okay. Puppy's just going to Lotus. That's going to help deal with the Naga Orchid and the net for Ember, right? This is an item built for the Ember Spirit to help Nisha in the fight. And of course, you have Tuskar who now gets his Blink, so you have Blink Snowball save online as well. These are 3 really powerful tools for Secret to reset those arrow combos. If the arrow combos aren't landing, your next best bet is these tossbacks. Try and displace the fight yourself, right? Throw people into the OD hits, into the Naga illusions. You abuse the vision to a maximum.
It sounds like right now the supports have to do a lot of heavy lifting on the side of Tundra, and even then can be countered. We'll see what they can do, though. Tundra are going to go for a 5-man smoke. I feel like we haven't seen them do this in maybe the whole game.
Now they might find the Zaya's Tusk, and they will.
Yeah, they will. They're going to toss him over to the side here into the Orchid. Now, Puppey shows up. He actually
ran in. Going
into this one. The Static Storm goes out. The Wukong's man on top of that one. They're going to chain it with the stun from Chrysalis. Make sure that the Marauder can't get away. Nice imprisonment save. The 5 position is going to come back. The statues and the slight. Make sure he stays down.
It's another toss back here if Tundra want to think about it. Oh, Rezo is going to displace it first, though.
Yeah, there goes the toss over to the side. So both the repositioning spells being used here. But an RP locking out the 2 of them. The OD ultimate was dropping on BKBs. Nisha, they're going to fight it out with Chrysalis. So the song isn't going to be enough for Skeeter unless, there it is, the imprisonment with the song on top of that one. Now with the BKBs failing out, can Secret continue this fight, or Tundra? Are they going to be able to be the ones to catch over hero after hero? A glimpse back, not going to do enough though, as it's going to be Nisha caught by the Orchid, drained of everything he has, including his life. They may have had the Aegis on Team Secret, but it's Tundra who come out the victors in that well-played team fight.
All these long team fights are going to be Secret's bane this game because these Astrals add up. They're just out of mana by the time that fight is done. You look at that Ember's mana pool and the death pool, it's 580. You got nothing left to do anything by the time this fight progresses past that song. Just an awkward initiation too, right? Both Secret supports pretty much taken out at the start to some degree. Puppey has to drop the full kit. Just look how much this Mirana death gets stalled. Wasn't snaking by, but now we're getting more player on mid.
Static Storm trying to protect him, but it looks like with the imprisonment, it's probably going to be enough. Now, Zoxa's life is going to get traded out 1 for 1, but they do have the ensnare on the Monkey King here, and he doesn't have his BKB, not for another 20 seconds. He's in big time trouble. They do manage to get the skewer back on to 9, but without the Monkey King, do they have anything to take advantage of this one? They do have the Ember Spirit coming in hot. 9, he needs to get out of here, but this damn kinetic field to lock him in place. Nisha goes for the kill, and Nisha will claim it. Shockwave managed to finish him up the end. Now with the BKB, he's going to challenge Skeeter. Doesn't really have the damage against the Naga Siren, so we won't find a secondary kill during that BKB timing. It did cost Secret a buyback there from the Disruptor.
Expensive. You can see how chaotic these fights can become very fast for Secret. They want to take the more organized 5-on-5 engagements where they get their big spells off and kill a core. The second these Astrals starts coming out, Lotus Astrals, arrows flying through on top of summons, on top of illusions, on top of broodlings. It's too much gunk to keep track of. And at that point, especially if your BKBs are out, the fight just becomes a nightmare.
I like this pickup. Staking, grabbing the gem. Now that Tundra have kind of gotten back some of that map control away from Secret, they can start taking down some of these wards. Map goes dark for Secret. It becomes even harder to deal with these kind of split push lineups, right? When you don't have the vision.
It becomes harder to team fight too. Secret's a bit reliant on the jumps at this point, I think. It's about who they initiate on, how they anchor that engagement. Ideally, it's OD every time. Trying to
the game, but it's not dead even anymore. No BKB on the Ember Spirit. Gets caught by the Moonlight Shadow rotation of Tundra.
This map is just way too hard to play. Like, Secret need to do something to regain some vision control, regain some lane control. It's not necessarily going to get easier for them in the next 10 minutes here. Again, there's just so much ghost push happening on the map. You have Naga Illusions cutting top, Broodlings cutting bottom. Tundra can group, Tundra can pick you off and not have to show that much to do it. Another toss back mid on this mag. Getting forced out.
Prisman reset here. Puppey, that's going to be a dieback on him. That's why he's kind of dropping everything. Ultimately, you're going to be dead for the solid 60, 70 seconds. You might as well throw all your spells out there.
It's the same cooldown.
It really is.
You are giving some extra mana away. Pumping up the OD a little bit.
Tower is under attack.
Picking up a lot of momentum now on the Tundra side, a 4,000 net worth lead, and they're the ones now assaulting buildings. And I think that's such a scary part of these split push lineups. When they start getting on your side of the map, it becomes harder and harder to get it all back, right? You feel like you're constantly, oh, now this lane's being pushed in. Now our tier 2 is falling. The tier 3 is exposed.
This is the Tundra playbook.
Yeah.
This is what you have to be ready for in this tournament. And I think Secret's idea is we get this mag lineup, we have a bunch of cores you can shove out the lanes, scale really well, take the late game fights. You can't get there, it's a problem though, and yeah, who's Titan Sliver?
Yeah, who left that behind?
Somebody has a regret in the jungle.
Let's see, let's check out the Tundra side. Oh, there it is, it was the Tundra. All right, well, that's a freebie for Secret. Oh, look at that.
They don't want it.
Or maybe don't look at that.
They don't want any handouts, Cap.
Want to win this game fair and square.
That's damn right. I mean, the alpha move is you pick that up and you give it back to him. That's the next level play.
Is under attack.
Imagine if you win the game. On top of that, ultimate mental damage being done.
I mean, that is something Puppy would do. I want to beat you at full strength.
Next Roshan, that's going to be so crucial, right? I mean, you have gone on this entire, yay, Rezo finds it in the end. Hey, look, there's the Titan Sliver.
I've never heard such a resounding cheer for a neutral item in my life.
He's going to pass it over to the Monkey King, so that's a pretty significant not only damage buff, but also the status resistance could be
very nice.
Very crucial.
Roche does spawn here, but the biggest question is you need lanes out to be able to deal with it, right? I don't think you can just go in the pit and force it like you did last time if you're Secret. Maybe Tundra sleeping, but I wouldn't bank on it. They always have that sleep up, so you're gonna have to find a way to deal with these lanes. It comes down to this Ember just reading the map super well. But there's a limit to that. When you have Moonlight Shadow, when you have all the vision Tundra has, it's just too much weight for Nisha to do it all. Now you're forced in a position where you gotta win the 5-on-5 clash. Tundra doesn't have to force it here either. They do have a Hex on Brood. This is an absolutely nasty item if he gets the initiation with it. Might be something Secret does not expect and does not BKB preemptively for.
They throw an illusion up into the triangle area, trying to get some information. Secret is smoked up, though. And so Tundra, they start moving north. They think, okay, maybe they're up here somewhere. Not actually the case.
Got to find this OD, or you've got to skewer one of these cores back pretty deep and then just triple BKB man up.
So you think of the state of team fights, it's much easier for Tundra to win, and it's Secret who have this, like, the onus on them. There's this one play they have to do in order to win a fight.
I think Tundra's super comfortable in this game state. I mean, they're also dire. They can abuse buybacks on the dire outpost for this Roche fight.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There's a lot of things going their way right now. It's just so hard for Secret to make a move without Tundra knowing it and without knowing where they're coming from. They also have bailout tools. They can use support buybacks on the front line. They can use the tossback. They can use a Force Staff. The initiation is not guaranteed to go Secret way. You might just get hexed when you blink in. You might get Astral.
Enough.
You have to worry about them potentially just forcing it as well if you don't have vision. The Glimpse checking the Naga status. It will be real.
Yep. Of course, what you're referencing there is illusions. They do get one shot by Glimpse, so if you hit an illusion, just instantly pops. Problem is, there's so many of them.
Puppy doesn't mind doing a little illusion farming in the downtime.
Not bad.
I think Tundra's contemplating whether they want to just bait this triangle, but it's pretty much the only way Secret wins a fight at this point, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if they're just chipping away at the mid-tier 2, there's really no rush to go into that triangle,
there isn't.
right? You could just force them to bottom eventually.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to force it this game. And we see Rezo. He's trying to look for anything.
I don't know what mix-up of button clicks that one was, but he Force-staffed and horn-tossed, but didn't blink forward.
Soxa, thinking about blind jumping. Cutting his way through.
He's going to find Science and toss him back over to the side. Nation's immediately going to try and take advantage of this. They do manage to get off the snowball, and they're gone on top of the OD. That's all important, but he has the imprisonment. He's going to come back into Chrysalis with the stun, but he blinked away just before the stun could have hit. And that is so much of the team fight on the side of Secret now. Tundra is going to continue to retreat, though, instantly to side forward onto the Magnus. He tried to go forward, but he had an Aeon as well, so he's going to be okay. And that hammer did absolutely nothing to him, but did almost finish off the toss. The Ember Spear is stuck inside the ensnare with no BKB. He will die, overextending. Now Nine goes in deep, though, with the RP. They land exactly what they needed there to turn the fight. Two cores going down on the side, now with a buyback on sides. They're going to finish off Sox, so he gets tossed over, maybe snaking low, beaten down. Chrysalis versus Skeeter, a one-on-one carry matchup where Skeeter has the health advantage, and he's got the ensnare, he's got the illusions, he drowns the Monkey King, and now Nine comes back into play as well for the +1. Rezo for Staff Skewer on away. They're trying to catch him, but Nine so close to being able to get off that extra imprisonment, but the blink goes first. Ultimately, Tundra walk away the victors.
I mean, honestly, it's not the worst outcome considering that Wukong stun completely whiffed on that OD. I thought that fight was going to be way more hard. And you force this OD buyback. So that's a huge deal for Secret here. You're going to lose the Roche, but this Roche was just... I don't think it was in the cards at this point in the game anyway. You're going to have to kind of wait out this Naga's timings, go ultra late, abuse buybacks in a 50-minute plus situation here. That is the key to victory for Secret. And right now, Tundra, they're going to have free reign on the map. OD buyback, but he gets the Aegis.
So just to make sure I'm understanding this correctly, you think even though they got Roshan on the side of Tundra, the fact that they were already so far ahead in your head, that team fight was kind of a win for Secret? Just the fact that, as you said,
I mean, I'm not going to call it a win. You know? It doesn't
a draw,
feel good.
maybe?
But just considering how that fight started and how hard it is for Secret to find these initiations, I mean, we see here, Tundra's completely reset, right?
Yeah.
Even on this second go, Rezo just gets insta-hex. These jumps are just very hard. Nisha tries to commit in, but at this point, again, your BKB is gone. You have no backup dispel.
Yeah.
The team fights become near impossible at this point. So the fact you got an OD buyback out of missing a Wukong stun is pretty good in my book.
Yeah, it's fair enough. And it's all thanks to Resolution being able to hit that RP. And perhaps a little overextension there from 9, but ultimately he had the buyback, was able to use it to secure Roshan, and has the Aegis now for the next 4 minutes.
You were talking about that hammer doing nothing. Something I've just been laughing over in this game is Nine's been running around with this Eye of the Vizier.
Yes, the minus 15% max mana. That's how much value he puts on cast range.
He's just playing for the Astrals. Yeah, I don't need a high mana pool, you know? I'll make it up with the saves, make it up with the dispels. Of course, you get mana from the Astral, so...
I mean, he's probably jealous of Puppy. Puppy's sitting there rocking a psychic headband. He's like, that's the cast range item that OD really wants.
This is the future of Dota, where ODs lower their own mana pool for the dub. I mean, it's also Tundra's game plan for the fights, right? They don't need to burst somebody. They don't need to take some super short-oriented fight. They just need to play it long, get a huge amount of rounds of spells off.
Both the supports getting caught here. It's Puppy who's going to be run down. Looks like the Tusk maybe got away. He did. Well, he almost did. Well, Resolution is going to be found. Uh-oh. Now he's got Skew and he's got Aeon Disc. So let's see how far away he gets here. Is there an opportunity for him to be able to blink away during this Aeon Disc, or no? Hit by the arrow. Oh, he still gets it off. That status resistance lasted just long enough. He fogs him and TP's out. What an escape from Rezo. Twice now, the Aeon Disc that he picked up comes in clutch.
Absolutely clutch. Doing a little tree work as well. Never hurt anybody. Yep. That's a lot of time. Every time Secret buys some time, it means they can get another lane out. Give him some remnant of map control and vision. They're pretty much stuck in the base at this point. Of course, I don't think they have any inclination of fighting this Aegis too much.
No, absolutely not.
And Tundra's caught up in the levels. They've caught up in the items. Skeeter is super far ahead in this game. 30k net worth. Opted for Bloodthorn, Butterfly, and BKB. This is like a man fight build, right?
Yes.
This is a build where he just wants to run in man fight secret cores. You're not going to be able to out right click me. Yeah, that Aeon Disc status
able to get away.
Doing the work.
Backing live, we have the RP that lands onto the Naga Siren, but he's showdown tanky. They need to be able to 100% him there, but they've got the imprisonment plus the shard. So he's going to be able to walk it off, all thanks to that Roshan pickup. What a Gleipnir, though. Locking out a bunch of heroes. They also got on top of it. Once again, the OD, they're just walking away from this one thanks to that imprisonment save. They jump back over 33, who look to be able to finish off. Puppy has an Aeon Disc, and now the song reset comes in. Tundra, they built up these imprisonments. Nine's in the position. Arrow goes out. BKB from Chrysalis. Takes that one down. Back. Secret on full retreat here. Are they all going to get away from this one? Tundra, do they have anything left? Nisha, he barely got away. Glimpse back, goes around. They have the Lotus Orb to deal with the silence. That part is so hard. I love the Lotus Orb from Puppy, but it's so hard for him to be around this Ember Spirit all the time. He's tossed away.
Oh, there goes
Skewer back at the same time. The slight and jump away from Nisha. Saxa thought he had an opportunity to trade his life for a big core, but Nisha's Ember Spirit is just too elusive.
No more tosses for you. Rezo's getting fed up with these tossbacks, man. He is the ultimate displacer in this game. And these fights, they just go long. Gotta save those BKBs. I was surprised Cristal still had his arrow at the end. I thought it was gonna be expelled for sure. Was very patient here from Seeker, and of course the tactical retreat. Not losing anybody in all of that?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, even Puppy was on like 10 or 20 HP there to brutally to the back. Managed just to walk it off. Fluffy hat. Sometimes the 40-minute Fluffy hat comes in pretty handy.
Yeah. Don't take away that hat. Took it straight from Science, probably.
These Astrals are going to be a problem. Like, Puppy's building towards Ags, but of course, OD Astral doesn't care too much about the Ags unless you're catching him in it, right?
Yeah. It's true, which you kind of need. Ooh, it's a two-man skewer. Do they have any stuns to follow it up? There's the RP right in front of the tier 3 with a static storm on top of that one. The imprisonments, once again, the BKB is going to go out from Skeeter, and he gets the song up. Once again, they find this beautiful initiation, but Skeeter's Naga Siren is too tanky. He doesn't die fast, and we talked about that problem 30 minutes ago. they do not have the ability to burst down heroes, in which case 9 is always able to take his time getting the imprisonment saves.
They just need more damage in order to convert on these finds, because they're finding them. They found the real Naga multiple times now. Like you said, just not enough damage to kill him. There's going to be an astral save. There's going to be a song follow-up. At that point, he just walks it off. Initiation's so difficult. Now you're getting turned on. Bloodthorn going to work here, shredding Zayas.
Definitely no shortage of damage on the Tundra side. You have that Bloodthorn.
I mean, you've got to be able to check the OD on these other initiations or find him. You have to do both things at once, right?
Yeah.
Finding the Naga, finding the Brood, that's great, but if they can just walk it off every time, Tundra's not losing too much on these goes. You are heading into very late game territory.
So who are you assigning, like, who has what duty? Do you assign Rezo, like, you just look for any good initiation, and then what, Chrysalis, you try and jump onto the OD, or what's the play here?
I'm not sure. It's not easy. Depends who thinks they have
nice
damage.
Force Staff. Cuts the king down from his perch here.
Does have BKB if he can get it off.
He does have BKB, but he may not have an opportunity. Imprisonment at the last second. He's got some regen coming in. He's going to survive through this and get off the BKB.
Well.
Throws out the stun. A huge heal with the Shade Panic. Now the Wukong's command. The imprisonment once again. The Song of Siren.
Doesn't want to.
He needs to be able to jump out, but they're going to go back in. Do they find him? He's a tree right there. He's right there. He didn't found him. They hit him. He's not going to be able to jump onto the trees. He's still inside the Wukong's command, but Skeeter doesn't care. He's got his illusions. He's got his whole crew signing up for duty to bring down the Chrysalis Monkey King, and he's dead for 80 seconds. A huge opportunity now for Tundra to perhaps break open that high ground.
No buyback for 150 gold.
Oh, they don't know that, though.
I don't think they have much interest in going high ground. I think they have interest in taking over the map. Getting even more farmer and their supports who are reaping the biggest benefit out of all this. And hell, Snaking's level 20 on this Mirana basically with full A on disc. Even these supports are becoming very difficult to kill.
Avalanche, toss, arrow coming in. No.
Just sending the message.
Yeah, just keeping them up. You can't push out these lanes too far. Meanwhile, spiders, illusions, the whole zoo is here to play.
Soxa's building an A on disc of his own. I don't know how you kill this Tundra backline. It seems impossible. You pretty much have to find a good core, have to find the Skewer RP, lock down OD with this Static Storm. Maybe this Disruptor Ags is the key to making something happen here.
Careful, Magnus from the bottom.
1 HP, guys. Make sure he dies.
There's a panic.
Reset.
We're healing.
I think he's left, guys. I think he's here.
He's up on. They're running.
Nice one.
You can see very calm, clear communication from Tundra. I'm sure they feel very comfortable in this game. I mean, you said it. They felt comfortable like 15 minutes ago. Now with a 19,000 net worth lead and closing in on Secret bit by bit, they are tightening the noose.
They just see everything. What's there not to be comfortable with, right? You know where Secret are at all times. You have control over where the fights take place and how the initiations go for the most part. Secret pretty much are only going to get the jump if they smoke out, plant a ward, and just see everything off it. Now you just get Roshan here. Absolutely no contest in the books if you're Secret.
It's going to be Refresher Shard. Do you think they had a preference there? Aghanims or Refresher Shard?
Honestly, maybe your Refresher here. I mean, you already have like tags on the heroes you wanted, right?
Sure.
Even this Naga has one, so...
In which case now we can drop double Sandy's Eclipse. I mean, we could get 4 imprisonments pretty easily. I mean,
double Hex.
You could hit a 4-man RP on the side of Resolution. It may not do anything if 9's not in it.
It will do absolutely nothing. He'll just drop the double hammer, double Hex. He's going to turn the fight around again, so you have to find the angle. Nice skewer.
Away! Really? It's a long one. Snake King blocked by the kinetic field, actually, but the second one gets around it, and on the side, we're going to see Puppy pay for that kinetic field. Perhaps the spiders look to be able to chase him down, and the hammer gets dropped. 9 turns around, imprisonment, refresh, a second support goes down. Rezo looks to try and blink forward there and get the skewer back. Meanwhile, we see Nisha. He's forced to bomb his BKB, the Bloodthorn. Managed to get that one out of him. They've used kind of everything they have on the side of Secret. They're going to have to full out retreat. They may just have to give up a full lane of barracks.
This game is looking rough. There's just not enough damage in the tank. I think even at this point, if you land everything on this Naga, and he doesn't Astral, does it matter? He still has Aegis, he still has the Butterfly Evasion. Just not cutting through enough of this. You need really deep
Skewer, though. The skewers are always an opportunity. 9 in turn throws out the imprisonments. They cannot seem to be able to lock down these one heroes because 9 is always there to be able to get the save. They have that buyback, though, on the Disruptor. They need to make it worth something here. They get the glimpse back, but again, the Astrals, the imprisonments, they keep on going down. And this is still the first life. Soxy with the toss over on Anisha. He doesn't have BKB. He's caught by the side. And now the song, wake him back up. And there's the second side. Wait, in the vulnerability over and over again, but he couldn't get away. He does have a buyback. They're going to try and get the die back onto Puppy here. Lotus Sword bouncing back some spells. Another skewer over to the side through the field. They caught 9. They hit him with the stun. The fight there, and he's dead. All important. Finally, the OD is the one that gets caught in the initiation for resolution, gets caught in the trap. And now the rest of Tundra, there is no song. There is no imprisonment.
OD by.
OD coming back. Uh-oh. They cannot afford this Naga Armor to die. He pops him in. It's a nice dodge there on the stun. The arrow coming in. Goes wide. He's focusing on resolution. He does not want to get skewered any longer. The BKB is going to wear out soon. They've gotten on top of 9. Well, it's maybe just the Tuts who's gotten on top of 9. Nisha has the second round of the BKB. There goes the imprisonment. Chrysalis. And they follow up off of this one. Science. Oh, that skewer is off the mark. He blinks away first. And that, without being able to catch 9, so much of their extension here on Secret is being ruined. Again and again, the imprisonment's going down. Nisha throwing out the damage, does manage to jump back to his remnant. If they can reset here, ultimately, they still got a buyback out of 9. There is still a buyback on Skater, but both 9 and 33 use theirs in a losing game. That is a glimmer of hope, Avery.
That is more than a glimmer. That is like best case scenario. You're fighting Aegis. You're fighting so many saves, so many of these skewers on point for resolution. This is the only reason they're still in this game. It's just dragging them insanely far back with the talent, with the Aether Lens. You can get them real deep. And of course, that's a 3-for-3 buyback situation. I don't even think you're too sad if you're Secret out of this scenario.
Yeah. We saw a whole lot of this guy at TI-10, the Magnus. The hands of Collapse now.
Channeling
resolution, channeling his fellow countrymen in Collapse, trying to show off.
You have to fight these callbacks as well.
Skewer, man, crazy.
I mean, it's another scenario where your Wukong does absolutely nothing. If anything, Naga's just healing for it. Your Ember's dying to the hexes in the back.
Yeah.
We do see, though, this OD, if he gets caught, I mean, what a horn toss skewer here.
Yeah,
they got stuck on the static field, but I guess it just gets overwritten. If you can find that OD and take him out, all of a sudden, Tundra have to rout. Like, their saves go away. A lot of the chip damage and the glimpses and all of this become way more powerful for Secret. But you have to be able to find him, and that is the trick of this game.
Yeah, like, Secret, they may have gotten the buyback out of them, but I feel like they're not going to be able to take advantage of it. I think they're going to be stuck inside their base. There's no way they can go for some crazy all-in. It just comes down to one team fight sort of play. I think Tundra is just going to lock them out. Just wait for the buybacks to come back up.
That's why I said this game is going to go late, because I don't think Secret's giving up their base easy. And they're ready to defend it. At the same time, Tundra's building damage is very poke-oriented. They can't just force the throne in a buyback situation, right?
Yeah.
That fight does not favor them, especially when you start getting skewered into the fountain. I mean, it's not normal that you're talking about skewering into the fountain for a viable strategy, but at this point, it is something Secret can think about. Like, the ranges on some of these, you have a refresher as well. You can blink RP skewer, refresh, skewer again, RP in the fountain again.
The prize is mine.
That's one way to help deal with some of these heroes, or separate the fight by such a distance that the Astrals just can't come through.
With that level 20 talent in the Aether Lens. And as you said, the refresher, it's a very real possibility. And if they get the right initiation, maybe they don't even need the fountain anymore, because now they've got an Aghanim Scepter Disruptor. So if you hit 9, he's done so. He gets the Static Storm on top of him, he's not going to be able to do anything to stop it. He'll just melt.
If you hit him, beautiful. Even if you don't, you're doing that to make the OD show.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
9 has to think about when he shows in these fights and how he's doing it. If he commits to try and get the save, he opens himself up.
Right.
That's when you get chains into a Static Storm, something like that. I mean, remember, this OD has been playing this whole game without BKB, without a huge amount of defensive items. He's even gone Moon Shard. You can't get much more aggressive. You get caught in the Static Storm, you're pretty much done. There is no save to bail you out other than the song. You better pray it's enough.
Is he actually going to go Overwhelming Blink?
Why not?
Why not Arcane Blink?
It's stronger.
That is literally more strength, yes. Thank you, Avery. Snowball in. Zayat's being pulled into a nasty scenario where he'll just be avalanche. Now, Chrysalis is out. Oh, look at that. Zoxa immediately tried to pounce on the Monkey King to get him off the tree. Still caught him in the end. Is he going to be able to get off of BKB? They've got the Lotus Orb to be able to help him out. He pops BKB now, turns Static Storm. There's no real Naga Siren there. They've also caught Puppey on the side. So the two supports will die. Neither one have a buyback and Skeeter. Whew. Zoxa almost catching the Monkey King again. Chrysalis barely managed to jump away.
And these retreats from Secret have been on point this game. These are not easy scenarios to get out of, and they have done the correct job at bailing on a lot of these situations. Because messy fights like that, there's absolutely no way you're taking that type of engagement. So you need to get your cores out. You need to get them well. I even feel like sometimes Puppey's just running in to try and take some of the spells, get his cores out of that situation. As long as all three Secret cores are alive, they can take a base defense fight.
Look at this. They last showed on the bottom side of the map, so they smoke over to the top side, see if they can get a pick here on maybe an Ember Spirit or Magnus out of position. Failing that, okay. We don't find that opening.
No BKB on this Monkey. Skeeter, he's up the Bloodthorn.
Oh, there it is. Instant sides being used as he blinks in. Aeon Disc gets just wiped out. The Nullifier completely disrupts that one. They do have a buyback onto Rezo. They're probably going to have to wait out the supports, though. We're almost up here. Chrysalis, you got to be careful. He's BKB, still not back up. They're going to go for the buyback now. The Magnus needs to be able to bail him out, but there goes the song. Perfect timing. Can they get out of the glimpse range, though? Puppey is going to be able to force that one. The man to dodge or the imprisonment. Oh, he got the dodge out. Nice illusion dodge there. And the arrow. Now the jammer's being dropped. Almost finishing off the Monkey. He turns around, pots Satanic, gets a little bit of heal. Not very much, though. Secret, they got to get back to the fountain.
Any more glimpses?
No more glimpses, apparently.
No, he needs to heal. Oh, Zayats, he got songed on the blink in punch. That might be a very different fight if that happens. And of course, some sick Manta dodges from Skeeter this game.
Yeah, very well played by Tundra. Nice reset by them. I mean, they are just playing this like Secret. They're holding on by a thread, and they're playing really well to keep this game still going on. But Tundra, very disciplined. They keep on poking at him and getting a little bit more resources out of him, a bit more. And they're saying, this is fine. We love this game state. You're losing range barracks, you're losing melee barracks.
You're losing Magnus buyback.
Yeah, Magnus buyback. Like, you will eventually run out of resources. We are going to drain you dry. And even if that doesn't happen, they still have full control of Roshans. They could still infinitely farm.
I mean, they just keep sending the Broodlings in too. You just watch these mini maps. It's just dots of every color going into Secret space, pushing the waves in. It's a very tough spot to be in.
Yeah, even if you did ever push out the lanes a little bit and 5-man smoked out, like, it would be so obvious because the illusions and the spiders are always inside the Secret space.
I mean, this game has gone on. The OD buyback is up. So that's 6 or 7 minute window that Secret had to maybe abuse that. Just no way to capitalize on it. Instead, they had a quick smoke bottom
and break.
They actually chained him there.
They actually do find the OD. Moonlight Shadow goes out, and it almost seems like Secret is just making a break for trying to kill as many creeps as possible and get back to base in time.
Link and Lanisha is going to help him a lot this game. Not get Hex, not get Astral. Be able to come in the fight.
So many spells at the same time.
There's a lot.
So the Bloodthorns, the Scythe Devices, the Imprisonments.
And we saw like the Nullifier, right? The Nullifier is a big one because now those Aeon Discs, it's not helping you on the mag. You're going to purge a lot of this stuff off. It just becomes even more obnoxious to jump. I mean, Sox has got a full Octarine core. These Tundra supports are so farmed and they are so annoying.
And who's going to take the Aghanim Scepter? Going to be the Broodmother. So now, talking about the spiders being in the base, and now you're going to have these spinner snares just sitting all around. If you ever try and step out of the base, there's probably going to be like 10 spinner snares you're going to be running into.
I'm starting to feel like we're at the point where they need 5 or 6 Lincolnses for the mag. You know, are we at that point again? Somebody help this man get the skewers off.
They kind of do. They kind of need just that.
Or BKB here, but he's just so far from it.
Setting up, Soxa finds the initiation. 2-man avalanche with a toss back as well. They do manage to get a skewer back into the tier 4s. So as long as nobody dies on the side of Secret, it's going to be okay for them. They did use the BKB, and Soxa was walking off with the Aeon Disc, the 4-staff away. Now the Song of Siren allowing him to get out. So he forced a BKB. I think Chrysalis used his.
How do you kill any of these heroes?
I don't know.
If you're not killing him in that scenario, I mean, you need Nullifier. You just need it. They need it now.
Oh, didn't quite get it. The skewer almost going off. The Nullifier is going to make that Aeon Disc useless. Oh, he dies. Nine finish him off. There's going to be a dieback. Now it's going to be a 4 versus 5. Chrysalis in a good position, though. And my goodness. Nine just exploded. And 33. That's a squash spider as well. They do up buybacks, though. Secret got to be careful as they push out, but they really want to be able to force more. They want to be able to stop these supports. There goes the buyback. The Bloodthorn Snare onto the Ember Spear. They need to help him out. But here comes Nine. They've got the sight. The imprisonment going down. This is maybe the last stand from Secret. It's all up to Chrysalis and Nisha to be able to fight through. Skater, he's going to fall once. Nine, a dieback on him. May just change the game for Secret, but Chrysalis, he's not sure if he can go for it. They're going to stick on a Skater instead. Saksa comes in, lays down a combo. Almost enough to finish off the Monkey Gate. He does die. He goes down.
Nisha
the one-on-one against Nisha. Now Sneaking joins in the fray. He jumps forward. Nisha, he must get this kill. He needs it so badly. Another round of Slight. The chain, not quite in the mark, but the double Slight gets him before he dies. He finishes off Nine. He gives Secret a small chance. Tundra are gonna go high ground with 4. Just the 2 possible for a hold here from Secret. It's gonna have to be some sort of crazy tier 4 defense, all up to Chrysalis and Puppey.
This is one BKB. That's it in the tank. The Puppey buyback. Static Storm in 30. He's getting Snare, getting Illusion. I don't think the Monkey King's stopping this, but he has one last Wukong in the tank.
The most veteran TI captain in Dota history, and the newest kid to the block, Chrysalis,
himself for
holding against 4 of Tundra. The tier 4s are down. The throat is exposed. They got to get in there soon. He pops the BKB. He starts charging at Tundra, but they just keep their distance. He's going to blow the Wukong's command. He tries to hold. He needs 15 seconds. Chrysalis, can he hold 15 seconds for the Magnus to come back and start getting those skewers?
How long is this Wukong? He's praying for it to be as long as possible.
It needs to be a little bit longer, but he's getting tossed out of it. And now Tundra, they pounce a second round, a refresh, a double stun, the Static Storm. They're trying to hold. They're trying to get out of the Static Storm. But are they going to be able to hold this one? The mantle away, the Saga Siren out. Force staff, TP out, and Secret hold. Chrysalis and Puppey, they managed to hold somehow, some way. This game will continue.
The refresher on the Monkey. We said that Wukong has to last longer. Well, 2 of them.
That's
was
the
enough.
way
to do it. Tundra just didn't want to commit for that throne, choosing to send everything else at it except the core heroes in. At the end of that fight, Skeeter says, I'm out of here, man. I am not going to push the luck and force the buyback.
And you don't get another chance after that one.
Divine Rapier, baby.
It's time to go all in. A Divine Rapier for Chrysalis is the only real way this could end.
I mean, a beautiful setup here from the Boundless in a 2-man Static Storm static field. That's the only way you're killing these heroes, or at least threatening them. So like we said, it was only Crystallis and Puppey. That's all you need sometimes.
That's true.
Now they're looking for more, trying to abuse the window they have. Remember, no buyback here on this Brood for 70. No buyback on this OD if he gets found. Crystallis just running down.
He tries to sneak it. Saksa, he tried to kill a creep wave. He really does not want to let this opportunity for Secret to go high ground while there's still 60 seconds for 33.
I mean, this is 50 seconds, no Brood. Divine Rapier up on Monkey. No buybacks for Secret. They need this throne, and they need to race it. Tundra pushing it bottom.
Nisha, if he could just even hold these heroes here while the rest of the team pushes down that mid lane, but they're actually going to come back.
But Secret want to take the fight. They do not want to end up in a throne race.
Get a glimpse, get a glimpse. Oh, Puppey.
So much time cost here. But of course, you have an exposed throne on half HP. No glyph. Secret just have no choice in that scenario. Have to come back and play the defensive position. You have to imagine if they'd gotten to Tundra's base in that interval.
Oh, yeah. What is this?
Now, this is absolutely next level.
What did I say? Nerdy and dirty? That's the only way to play it right there, Tundra. That is nerdy and birdie to the best of degree. Pulling the creep wave with his courier, and he keeps it alive, too. Goddamn brilliant, Tundra.
He didn't have anything else on the map he could have done that with. With all the gunk on the map. Even the couriers making it hard for Secret to get these lanes out.
It is beautiful stuff.
Illusion.
Just when you thought you had to fight everything, they throw a little bit more your way.
Yep.
That said, Secret, they are smoking up mid. Remember, no buyback on OD Brood. Divine Monkey might just one or two shot some heroes here. Refresher coming up in 15.
Oh man, a double boundless strike would actually just
Good
one-shot
ward.
some heroes.
Glimpse on the
back,
root.
first thing, fine, 33. Instantly, the RP goes down to 2. 9 with the save though. 9, 8 being chased down by the snowball. Gets a first step away from Sox, and he locks down the 2 supports, and bam! There they go. There goes one hammer. 9, setting up for a little bit more, gets the reset of the song. So now with just the cores alive,
They are trying to get
they can
out.
keep their distance and maybe get out fully. Soxa,
No
maybe not
buyback
so
on
lucky.
Tiny.
That is going to be very bad if he dies here. Another hero with no buyback. Again, Secret, they have been down and out this entire game. Anything that resembles parity in this game has got to be a win for Secret. They are just like stuck inside their base for like 90% of the game. And now we've gone to a point where we're kind of even, and there's 60-minute items. Secret can actually get out on the map and pick up these 60-minute items, which are a game changer.
Apex for snaking here. Tundra is definitely going to do some farming and choose who to give it to. Still, you have 100 seconds, no Tiny, 50, no Brood. Secret can get lanes out. Remember, they're not Mega'd in this game. They still have bottom barracks. They can push it out pretty fast between Monkey and Ember. I think you try and find something here. I don't think you're just complacent with trading neutral items and letting this Tiny Brood respawn for free. That said, it's obviously easier said than done when you have so much trash just pushing in your lanes.
Yep, that's exactly what Quinn called it on the panel, right? You've got these spiders running at you, these illusions constantly. You have to have a way to be able to deal with it. Secret's idea was the empowered triple melee lineup, and it's still not enough.
I mean, I'm amazed at how much they found in these late game fights. The discipline and the target prioritization.
Pick up the mirror shield. I almost want to see that on the Ember Spirit, so
yeah, you
dive in a
reflect
little
the
bit
spell,
deeper.
reflect an OD spell here. Might just win you the fight.
Yeah. You know what I love is that Tundra, is that they got the Pirates hat. So as if, you know, like they already have a 38,000 net worth lead, but let's go ahead and give them a little bit of extra booster. It's actually, they actually got it on the side of Secret now too, so they can both be digging up bounty runes nonstop. Shuffling items around. I don't think is there really anybody who wants that? Oh yeah, they got a Tiny, Giant's Ring Tiny.
How does Tundra always end up with a Giant's Ring? I feel like I've seen Skeeter end up with a Giant's Ring so much.
Yeah.
I doubt he's going to take it on Naga this game, but this guy just always get it. Of course, we're going to wait for the Tiny respawn just to see how big this Tiny gets. Everybody.
Can we see a BKB Tiny with Giant's Ring?
The most untiny Tiny of all time.
Secret still need 2 more.
Oh my lord, he's a big boy.
Show him. Good God! Now that's a hero! Mamma mia!
Is that a hero? Is he bigger than Roche?
He's coming for you! Where's Roshan?
Put him in the
The
pit.
ultimate rock monster face-off.
Put him in the pit. Put Roshan in Tundra's bait. We'll swap him out here. I mean, that is a visual monstrosity.
They have been inside their base so long, by the way, they haven't finished up their tier 5 items because tier 4s are also dropping for the side of Secret.
Got to farm through them. I mean,
Yeah, they still have 1 tier 4 and 1 tier 5 left.
pretty much all you've got is Fallen Sky on this Tusk. You've got that Mirror Shield. They're going to give it to Nisha, so he has Lincoln's plus that. Trying to keep this Ember alive as much as possible. He got the Refresher, too. Almost level 30. These late game team fights are not as straightforward as they used to be 20 minutes ago. Like, there is a lot of gas in the tank for Secret now because of these Refresher orbs coming out. Yep. Multiple Wukongs, multiple stuns, multiple DKBs, multiple ults. This is going to come down to buybacks and how much Tundra presses their advantage with the Roshans, which they're still probably going to get him, but how much does an extra Ags do for Tundra here? Not a lot. How much does an extra Refresher Shard do? Not a lot, right?
Yeah, that's true. If you're just now joining us, we're 63 minutes into game 1 of the upper bracket final here, Secret versus Tundra. If you're wondering what all this craziness is going on in your screen, it's a lot of tier 5 items going into play. It's Secret who have been pretty much, it felt like they were kind of in that like 5% win chance for the last like 30 minutes, but they've held on.
10
Just
to
through sheer
5%.
perseverance. What, you think that was generous? There it
Very
is.
generous.
Soxa.
He is actually bigger. Glorious. I'm just basking in the beauty of
Now
this
he's
guy
got
right now.
tree volley too. Does that increase this? The tree is huge. I feel like he's gonna throw that and knock out the Ancient just with one punch.
I have nothing to say. I'm just admiring the beauty of watching this walk around. I don't think I've ever seen such a girthy specimen in my life, Cap. That is the beauty of Dota.
So Secret have been holding on just ever so barely, and quite literally probably one of the smallest little threads you could possibly hope for. Tundra have been fully disciplined this entire time. Like, while Secret have been holding on, Tundra have not overextended, as they've seen many teams do here at this TI.
They're looking for the toss back.
They have been looking for openings and patiently letting those openings play out. Somebody walks into that spinner snare, great. We can get the toss back, and oh Lord, he is coming. Here comes Saksa. Giants ring Saksa, trying to find the opening here. The Wukong's command is going to go up. They do have the imprisonment. The Dark Shadow is the Tiny moving out of that Wukong's command. Thanks to that imprisonment, Astral save once again from 9. They do have the Scythe, keeping that Ember Spirit. Force staff him out. That's the nullifier. Oh, he got hit by an arrow. Puppy down. One pick off, Tree Volley being used, caught, and forced to use the BKB. 2 small wins there for Tundra. A BKB down on Chrysalis and a buyback out of the Disruptor. This is what we're talking about. Tundra has just been so good at being able to just see small opportunities like this arrow. Saksa looking for an opening. Doesn't go for the toss back, instead the imprisonment. Magnus getting caught as he tries to jump in. Also nullified as well. Tree Volley's coming in. Resolution needs to be able to get outside. He's managed to get the kickback on his Snake King and snowballs his way out of there. Chrysalis sees an opportunity. Hits him with the Boundless Strike, and the Static Storm will finish him off. 9 is almost dead. Nisha's been messing around with him, but at the same time, Tusk falls. Nisha all in and trying to chase down this OD. The last remnant to the BKB. He couldn't fight him. TP out. The BKB expires. He gets caught. Socks up to finish him off with the help of 9.
This OD just way too elusive on the back end. So much help as well. And that was a refresher for this Ember. He's going to have to expend buyback here, but he is not going to have that up, which means no BKB for the full duration.
Buyback 1, buyback 2. Skewer away. Pulled out, but at the same time, a dieback on the Disruptor. Chrysalis jumps in, immediately in prison. He's not going to get off the Wukong's command. He hopes for it, and he doesn't have the BKB either. Starts fighting up against Skeeter. Trying to hold him. Oh, what a kickback! Right in front of the Monkey King. What a beautiful kick!
Buybacks here. Odie coming back in.
With Tundra. The song, setting things up. They have the imprisonments ready to go. They're going to focus on this Tusk first. They know this repositioning is so damn bad for them. And Avalanche on a 3. And the hammers come in! Finishing off the Ember Spirit, a 2 buyback. They are all in on being able to hit either the best RP of your life, Renzo. No! It's denied by the imprisonment. He tries to go for the Boundless Strike. He gets the skewer back now, but coming back into play, Chris is not going to be able to do anything. Immediately silenced, and that is it. Tundra, they will take this game 1. Just the most beautiful, disciplined play you could possibly hope for to see on the main stage from Tundra. They worked Secret bit by bit. They wore them down until they could finally